Hey guys, it's Britt and I'm so inspired. I have so many things to talk to you about today. Um, I want to talk about healing neediness, and I want to talk about trusting that you are loved from within. Okay, and I want to talk about how you can let go of needing to be loved by a specific person in order to actually manifest the love that you do desire from a specific person. Okay, and say hi to me, you guys, when you pop on. Or if you're watching on the replay, comment hashtag replay. And I'm gonna just post the link to the Soulmate frequency because there's 2 hours, you guys. 2 hours to get in the Soulmate frequency at the early bird pricing. I'm gonna raise the price $100 tomorrow, or in 2 hours, I guess. Yay, Maddie's on here. I never even go on Facebook, but always happen to come on when you're live. It's meant to be, soul sister. Okay, so yeah, final 2 hours for early bird pricing. Say hi to me, you guys. Who's here? Okay, I'm putting the link to the Soulmate frequency in the comment. You guys can check that out. Should I put on some Reiki music or something too? Like just to kind of like get the vibes going so we get some healing happening here? I think I should do that. I think that's what I should do. Okay, cool. So, here's the thing, you guys. This is so key. This is so key. This will change your life. Everything that I'm going to say in this live will change your life if you allow it. So, neediness, loneliness, neediness, needing love to come from a specific person. Hey, Winnie, what's up, babe? I love it. I love it. The two of you are already in the Soulmate frequency that are on here. Love you, ladies. So what was I saying? I got excited. I'm so excited about the program. But let's do this live. Let's do this live, Brittany. Focus. Pregnancy brain, focus. Pregnancy brain, activate. Okay, so here's the thing. In our culture, it's almost as if like we're raised, like, you know, even from romantic movies, advice from other people, like it's almost that we're raised to be codependent, to be needy, to need other people to act in certain ways in order for us to feel good. When that is ass backwards, you guys. Really, your own feelings are your own responsibility. Okay? And this is stuff they don't teach you in school. They don't teach you how to feel loved from within so that you're not a psycho bitch in all your relationships. And I say that with much love because I was the exact same way. Here's the thing. What a guy is doing or not doing is never causing your feelings. Okay, you are causing your feelings. And this is something that I've been teaching since my jealousy course, like even a year ago when I just came up with this saying that's like my favorite saying ever, but I always say it because it's so true. Hey, Kat. Yeah, it's been a while since you've been on my live. So this saying is, it's never another injecting me with the feeling of love or with the feeling of neediness or loneliness also. That feeling is always coming from within your own being. Okay, so I'm gonna say that again because this is like such a huge breakthrough that like everybody needs to have that is like on this planet right now, especially if you're wanting to manifest a soulmate relationship and have it actually be like a harmonious soulmate relationship. So it's never another making me feel. I am creating my own feelings. Okay, and like I like to think of it like it's not like another person is injecting you with a feeling of love. That feeling of love is being awakened from your own inner being, from your own soul, okay? And that's why you're feeling love. It's not because that person is acting in ways that make them loving. And so, once you realize this, you have the ability to create that feeling of love in any and every situation in your life, okay? So when he's acting right and when he's not acting right, you have the same ability to create these feelings from within, okay? And it's easier said than done. I'm not denying, you know, it's way easier to feel in love when you have that perfect person, you know, loving you. But in order to actually create a sustainable love, you need to be able to access that feeling from within. Okay? So is that making sense so far, you guys? Maddie says, yes, I've always dreamt of the Disney movie, Prince Charming, damsel in distress type of shit. Yeah. And that is so common. And that is so, codependent, really, because it's needing another person to come through and act in these certain ways in order for us to feel something, right? In order for us to feel that romance, right? When really you can get to this place where you are so excited by like life, and you are so excited by God, and like, yeah, you're just so excited to be alive on this planet at this time, that your life contains those same feelings of like the Disney movie shit, right? Well, except maybe we'll leave out like some of the negative ones, but you can get that feeling of exhilaration, that feeling of romance, that feeling of joy, that feeling of play and fun without all this crazy stuff happening. Okay? Like, I actually have a very calm and stable life right now. And I was a person who always identified as someone who, maybe I enjoyed a little bit of drama. Maybe I enjoyed a little bit of fighting in relationships because it was all I knew, right? And now I'm in this very calm, stable relationship where we do not fight. And I am like the most excited about life that I've ever been. And there was no, hard struggle. There was no heartbreak. There was no like deep despair and sadness, and then having him, come through like a knight in shining armor, like to rescue me. It was just very normal and stable and not boring. It's the most exciting thing. It's the most exciting time of my life. But it's like those feelings of excitement, those feelings of joy, those feelings of love and romance are coming from within me. And I created them first. And that's how I manifested my dream relationship, is by feeling those feelings first. And I really just want everybody on here to know that you can choose to feel those feelings first. And that's when your guy's gonna show up. Okay? And that's when you're gonna start attracting relationships that are pleasing to you. Yay! Winnie says, I've actually finally learned how to not expect the worst at all times. Okay, that's awesome. Take it to the next level and learn how to expect the best at all times. Okay? It's a little tricky, but it is possible to like learn how to expect miracles and expect like amazing good things to happen to you. And it's actually not much harder, or not at all harder, than expecting the worst. So you have a choice, right? How am I going to expect this day to go, right? And it's just like, we're not taught that we're loved. We're not taught that like at a soul level, we are love. And that's actually the truth of our beings, okay? We're not taught this stuff. And so we kind of have to learn it, but it's not like hard to learn, because at a soul level, all this is true. It's like putting on an old shoe, or whatever the saying is. Like when we come back to the love that we are, and we come back to these knowings that love is our truth, and that we can access feelings of love from just going within our own being, it's easy. It feels easy, and it feels like, oh, what a relief. Now I can let these other people off the hook and just fucking be in love, even before the guy's here, right? And then as soon as you have that shift, all the guys that you were repelling with your neediness, okay? Because that happens. Neediness repels. Neediness pushes away all the things that you desire. As soon as you come into that understanding and you come into that feeling of love from within, everybody crawls back. All the men, all the clients, or, all the money, whatever it is that you've been like clawing at will come to you as soon as you give yourself those feelings of love, or whatever feeling it is that you're wanting from these things, right? And like, I'll say it a million times in my lifetime, but it's like, that is the freaking truth of the whole universe. Kat says, I feel them and keep feeling them in situations that would have knocked me down before. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you for the hearts. So is that all making sense so far? Yeah, I'm so passionate about this because I freaking did it. And like, if I would have had someone teaching me this stuff and guiding me and holding my hand through all of this, I could have actually done it like a lot faster. But you know what? The process is perfect. The timing is always perfect, right? But literally this stuff, it's not something that has to take years to learn. It's just coming home to who you really are at a soul level. It's coming home to truth. It's coming home to love. It's coming home to the true nature of your being, which is God, and like joy and exhilaration about like this beautiful life. Okay? And we just haven't been taught that that's what life really is. We haven't been taught from an early age that we came for the joy of living. And we freaking should be taught that. And with more and more of us, you know, coming into these understandings, at some point, I really do believe in the future we will be taught that at an early age. Like, I'm going to teach my boy that, and all my other children that come after this boy, right? So the world is changing, you guys. Caitlin says, I love how embodied you are in this, babe. Oh, thank you. And your program has helped me so much too. Divine Prosperity with Caitlin Edgar is one of the best online courses I've ever taken. If you want to sign up for a course that will not only change your relationship with money, but change your relationship with like all of life and God, and like just get so deeply embodied in this belief that like you are loved and like you are so worthy, that like just for you to have a desire, it's like God is like blessing you with it already. Like, her program is so powerful. And if you like Kundalini yoga too, I signed up for Caitlin's program because she was doing like, it's like there's a 40-day Kundalini yoga practice in it as well. And I used to do Kundalini yoga like 5 years ago, and I stopped freaking doing it, like totally. And then so this program like put me back in the routine and reawakened it. And it's just like, I can't say enough positive things about Caitlin and your Divine Prosperity program. It's like changed my life. I'm gonna write you up a proper testimonial too at some point, because yeah, it was just so awesome. But everybody should follow Caitlin Edgar and take her Divine Prosperity course. It's like literally one of the best courses I've ever taken, and I've signed up for like 100 courses online. So that's like saying a lot. Like, it was a very powerful shift for me. And after I signed up, I had my biggest course launch ever. And now I'm doing really well in my course launch right now. Like, I'm making consistent money now in my business. Like, I have no debt. I pay off all my cards every month, which was something that I was not doing before. I was more like fluctuating with money, and Caitlin Edgar's Divine Prosperity program has just fucking like flipped my whole world around. And now like I spend the same amount of money, but now I always like make more, and I just feel so secure and so like grounded in God and soul. And like, it's stuff I already knew because I used to do Kundalini yoga too, and some of the like prompts and prayers that she teaches, it was just like stuff my soul knew. But like, to have her like emails every day, like, it's such an intensive course. Totally like can't recommend it enough. And it's so nice to see you on my live. Oh my God, I'm like so honored that you're here. Love you. Yeah, I'm gonna write you up a proper testimonial too. But yeah, I just had to share like one of the best programs I've ever done, like Heal Your Money shit with Caitlin. And it's like, it's so much more than that. Like, it's literally about coming home to like feeling loved by God, which is like everything. So really good program. Caitlin's work is amazing. Totally follow her, check her out, buy all her courses. But yeah, what was I talking about before? I was talking about the amazing Caitlin Edgar. We should totally hang out sometime, by the way, too, Caitlin, because I know you're actually like not too far. Like, maybe after my baby comes out, I had this vision that we would like go to a Kundalini yoga class or something together. That would be like really cool. Okay, what was I saying though? I got excited. But yeah, you guys, like, this truth, like, once you realize that in order to manifest your soulmate, you have to not need him anymore. You have to not need him to show up. Like, when I met my man, I was in not a needy place. I was actually having the time of my life, living my freaking dream life back in the summer, you guys. I had a New York trip planned, and going to New York was like my all-time goal in life. Like, ever since I was 12, I used to have pictures of New York as my desktop background, like, and I was freaking going to New York to a mastermind with Katrina Ruth, another one of my favorite people of the internet. And so I was super excited. I'd just gone to Abraham Hicks with my aunt, and we had like an amazing soul shifting experience. And it was like all these things happened within a month. And then so like when I met him, I wasn't needing him to talk to me at all. And actually he didn't even reply to my first few messages. Like, and I was like really excited about him because I felt some soul connection. And I was like messaging him. I'm like, oh, hey, we should hang out. Like with my guy at the beginning, I kind of like initiated it, like after I had noticed him, and he freaking did not reply for like 2 weeks. And I was like, what the hell's going on? Because I was so in alignment, like I was so in joy, I was so in my dream life that I'm like, wait a second, like everything should be working out for me right now. Like I'm living my dream. Like why am I still getting ignored by a guy? Like I'm so past this. And I think he was probably just really excited. Like he said he was planning on replying. He just wanted to say the perfect thing now, right? Because obviously we're together and we're having a baby and we're engaged, and I live in his house now. His beautiful house with this beautiful view that I wanted to show you guys. That's why I'm sitting here. But I didn't trip out. And in fact, it was kind of laughable that he wasn't answering my message. Like, you know that feeling that you get when a guy doesn't answer your message, like when it just says seen, and you feel like you want to fucking die, like you want to cry, and like sometimes you do cry, and like, you know, all those horrible feelings. I did that before. I did that years ago, right? This time, none of those feelings. Like I literally was like, I would look at my phone, I would see seen, not replied, and I was just like, oh, this is very odd. And I would almost get in this kind of funny mood about it, like what is happening? Like I wasn't sad. I was kind of a little bit obsessed with him because I felt like there was some soul thing, and like I was really like also like sexually attracted to him as well. And it was like powerful, probably because this child was like at a soul level pushing us together, like, hello, have sex so that I can be born. But I didn't go into the doubt. I didn't go into that like despair, fear, neediness energy. And this is like what I help my clients through, because like this is one of the huge breakthroughs you need to have if you want to have a really solid relationship that's built on soul and like a true foundation of like who you really are. Is you need to be able to like get over these crazy feelings and these needy feelings, like with guys. So I didn't go into those feelings because I was already living my dream life, and I was already deeply embodied in these principles, and I already deeply knew that I was going to manifest the dream relationship that I wanted, because I'd had this ring on my vision board for like 2 years. I'd stare at it, I'd masturbate to it, I'd like, fuck, it was in me. And same thing with the baby. Like I was embodying mom vibes. I was doing everything that I could to get into the energy of like the divine mother so that I could birth a child into this world. And I'd been doing that work for like years. So when he didn't reply to my messages, I didn't lose the faith. I was like, well, it's him or something better, right? Like this or something better, which is a great motto to always be saying about everything all the time. But I trusted, and like that's the energy you have to be in. That like, even when it seems like something's not happening for you, like the guy's not texting you back, and you still keep attracting these guys who aren't wanting to talk to you or aren't good or aren't whatever you're wanting, and it seems like nothing is working, that is when you really gotta go like balls to the wall in your healing work, in your truth, and be like, no, like I know this is happening for me. And then like with that pure knowing, you can let it go. That's all it takes. Like you have to just know that you are that loved, and that your desires are real and meant for you, that even in the face of the seeming love of your life not texting you back, you trust that this gets to happen for you still, even if the outer reality doesn't feel like that. And like, I'll never forget when like this guy that I thought was the love of my life a little bit over 2 years ago, ended up totally ditching me and ghosting me. And then like one time, like when I finally saw him, I just knew that it was over. And it was like my brain like thought we were supposed to be together. And it was like, I remember driving away from his house and just being like, no, like I'm 100% certain that my dream man and getting married and having a baby, and at the time I still thought it was him, But I'm like, no, like I'm 100% certain this is happening for me. Even if this relationship is ending, like I feel no sadness. Like I was like in this deep, calm, like soul space where like I wasn't even mad, you know, about being ditched. I was like totally calm, and I was like, no, this is happening for me. Okay. And then once you get really solid in that and you're able to stay in that solid place of like, no, this is happening for me no matter what. And like this could be related to anything, right? Like business or, you know, friendships or whatever situation you're really trying for. Like if you can just come into this place of like deep soul calm, which is what I'm going to be teaching you how to do in the Soulmate frequency, you guys, which is, there's 2 hours, by the way, to get in at early bird pricing. I'm going to post the link after. But if you can get into this place of like deep calm where you just know that everything is working out for you and everything is happening, and like from that moment something just clicks and you really just activate your soul, you activate like your true nature, your true power, and that's when it happens. If you can sustain that vibration and not wobble into the fear and the doubts and the despair, or at least not more than 50% of the time. Okay, Abraham Hicks always teach that like if we can stay in alignment with our desires 51% of the time, we're going to manifest them. So it's like you literally just have to believe more than you don't believe for things to start to manifest. Okay, but you have to believe that that's enough. You have to believe that it's okay to, you know, fluctuate in your emotions and still be on the right track to manifesting your guy. Right? Like it's okay to still get triggered sometimes. I'm not going to say like that you're going to become this totally perfect person who never has like any type of freak out or whatever, especially if you're a woman. Like we always are going to have freakouts. We're always going to have PMS once a month. Like fuck. But it's like once we get into this solid energy and this solid foundation with these principles, like rock solid, even if we do fluctuate sometimes, it's like we know that, okay, I'm in some emotion of fear right now, but like that doesn't affect what I'm manifesting because that is already more real to me than this. Like that's what I'm talking about, you guys. Like in these circumstances with these men who were either ditching me or ignoring me, one of them that I'm now engaged to and having a baby with, it was like even in that situation, even though it was maybe kind of a little bit sad, I don't know. No, not really. Cause I was so sure, right? I was like, no, like he's gonna freaking talk to me and we're gonna be together. Like I knew. And so because I knew, if any other like fluctuating emotion was to come through my field and I would just feel it, and then I'd be like, well, that feeling is not my truth because I'm way too grounded in these other feelings that are my truth. Does that make sense, you guys? Or is that just like total prego brain, like word mix up? Winnie says, that makes total sense. Well, that must have been what I said before, but what I said before. Being lighthearted about things makes a big difference. I get off track sometimes, but I've gone a long way from being jealous and all. Yeah, I feel like you've made like such huge progress, Winnie. Like since the jealousy course a year ago, and now like with the work you're doing now and like just even the way you talk about stuff now, like I'm just like, whoa, like you've actually transformed so much. And like I just want you to know that like your energy is totally different. It's like it's way higher too, like in a high frequency. And I noticed that with a lot of my clients. It's like when they first like signed up for a course or something, their energy was like just about to like pop into the flower, or like, you know, it's just about to grow into the beautiful bloom. And then all of a sudden it's like, now I see my clients like that have done my programs in the past, and they're just like freaking glowing and radiating like joy and like bliss, and they're just like the most like badass, like confident, like beautiful babes. And like obviously it's your own soul doing the work too, but like I feel like I can definitely see how like my light and my teachings like just it totally like absorbed you. Like I'm just sending it to you right now, and yeah, I'm just like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Kat loves it. Jennifer loves it. Yay. Winnie says thanks to you. Ah, thank you, Winnie. I just like, it makes me feel so whole and complete that I have these like soul connections with you people, right? Like, because this is something that I always felt inside, like that would be true. But that was another thing too, where it was like the people in real life just did not get what the fuck I was talking about. And in many ways they still don't. And like, I just kept sharing my message online, and at first nobody cared. Or if they did care, it was like, it didn't feel like it was working. Like it wasn't like I was getting, I wasn't connecting with people in the way that I wanted to connect. And then as soon as I started being my real unapologetic self, like that I am with you guys right now, hey babe, love of my life has just popped on here. Send love hearts to him. Send a shower of love hearts to him right now. Love you, babe. You've made me so much even more grounded in my teachings, because by meeting you and having all these dreams manifest so quickly, it's like I just freaking know my shit works. And I knew it did before, but now it's like I've got the physical evidence right here. Yeah. Thanks, Kat, for those hearts for him. Such a sweetie. My dream man. So, what was I saying before that? I'm in a bubble of love right now, you guys. I love my new home. I love living with the love of my life. I love my new book room. This is a different view from the book room where you actually get like the city view. I love my life. I love my life. I love all my amazing clients. I love everybody in all of my courses. And oh my God, I just had like someone who was in my Serenity course earlier message me and say that she like just got pregnant like by a miracle. She was really, really wanting to. And like, I'm just like, oh my God, like I know obviously that makes total sense because I'm pregnant. So like maybe my energy is just gonna help everybody get pregnant now if that's what your desire is. But like, just like the stories like this just keep happening and I just keep feeling more like my heart is so open, it's just gonna freaking burst. And that's probably when my baby's gonna get born. I'll just be in this like big bubble of love, because when you're staring at your child, you're obviously gonna like explode with love too, right? So I imagine this is what it will feel like when I see Dougie for the first time too. But yeah, I kind of got off track there. Winnie said, yeah, so amazing how I found you last year just in time for your jealousy course. Yeah, it was literally like right before, wasn't it? So amazing. Yeah, it was really divine timing and soul family. Totally, I agree. I feel that still, that soul connection. I have soul connections with like lots of people online, I feel like, and it's like they're all so special in their own way. And it's just like such a beautiful feeling for someone who used to feel so alone all the time. And like there was literally no one on the fucking planet who I could connect with about this stuff. And now it's like I have hundreds, right? And it's just like, oh, I had a desire for connection with people who, you know, would benefit from my teachings and my healing, but also who would heal me in return. Like, and there they are. And there is everybody. And it's like, wow, life is a miracle. Thank you. So, I love you guys. I hope that helped. I know I went off on some like tangents there, but I'm gonna just trust that they were all divinely, you know, guided, and it was like soul speaking, as it always is. Yeah, Kat says same. So I love you all so much. Yeah, 2 hours left for early bird pricing for the Soulmate frequency. Pre-work is going to go live. There's probably going to be like a pre-work meditation, because I kind of like to make meditations as pre-work. I think it's like the most powerful way to like get really grounded into the work that we're going to be doing. Pre-work is going to go live like in a few days. So if you've been feeling called to, you know, get in the soulmate frequency and manifest your soulmate and soulmate life, which is what this course is about. It's a 5-week course with me, you guys. And it's unlike any course I've ever done, because you also get this one-on-one coaching call as well, live, like a mastermind call too. So it's like, yeah, it's going to be so powerful to shift you into your dream life and your soulmate life, and clear that neediness that is blocking it from all coming, right? So I'm going to post the link after. Kat says, if we're in a relationship, is this helpful? Yeah, like if you're in a relationship and you still struggle with feelings of like not feeling good enough sometimes, or not feeling like is this really real, and you still like have other areas of your life that aren't soulmate yet, because it's like, I really wanted to specify that this course is like for calling in your soulmate and soulmate life as well. So like you could be in a relationship but still feel like shit a lot of the time because your life is like not soulmate life, right? And like it's really funny, because sometimes we get in a relationship and we think it's gonna just like magically heal everything, and then all of a sudden it's like it actually just brings up more shit to heal. So like if that resonates at all, I don't know if that makes sense, but like, yes, if you're in a relationship, this can definitely help, because this is like foundational soulmate work to just like ground into this truth that like you are loved, and like clear that neediness around, because you can still have neediness and still have jealousy and still have a whole shit fuckload of fears when you're in a relationship, right? So like if you're in a relationship and you feel totally blissed out all the time and it's like totally dream life already, then no. But if you're in a relationship and you're still like having all of that come up, which sometimes even it's worse when you're in a relationship for a little bit. Like sometimes you meet your soulmate and it actually makes you so insecure because it brings up all your shit, right? Like when you're with a real soulmate, it's like activating all of your shit too. So yes, this could definitely benefit you if you're in a relationship too. It's just like foundational Brittany Taylor healing work. Everybody should be in this course if you're my people. And yeah, I'm so excited. Everybody who's currently in the course was also in Serenity Now too. So I feel like, I guess that's a good, like, where's the new people? I'm thinking, but then I'm like, I guess that's good, because that means like my courses are so fucking good that everybody just signs up repeatedly. And actually some of you have been in like 4 of my courses that are in this course too. It's like, you just keep signing up, like, but it's like, I love that, because that's like me too. Like I've signed up for probably like 40 of Katrina Roof's programs or whatever. It's like when you just love someone's energy, you just benefit from everything that they do, right? So it's kind of cool. But yeah, I'm wanting some new people to sign up too that haven't done any of my courses, right? Like this would be a great intro course to just like my teachings, because we're going to do a lot of the stuff that I always teach, like where we get connected to soul, right? We do meditations, we do hypnosis. Like it's going to be a powerful, like deep healing container. And I'm so excited. Message me if you have any questions. I'm going to post the link after. There's like 2 hours to get in at early bird pricing, but I'm just going to raise the price $100 after. But yeah, now's the time to get in. Pre-work's going to go live soon. The actual course and the modules are going to start on March 9th, and then we're going to go for 5 weeks. So this is actually the longest course I think I've ran. And yeah, it'll probably be the last course for a little while, because Dougie's supposedly coming out May 10th. That's his due date. So he could come a little bit early, and there'll probably be a little period of where I'm just learning how to, you know, hold baby, breastfeed, feed him, wake up during the night. Oh, it's going to be such a thing, but I trust that it will all go perfectly. But yeah, so this course is going to be really fun. I'm really excited about it. And like, I'm finally teaching on the love stuff, like in the soulmate stuff, like the soul connection stuff is always a part of it. But yeah, I'm just so excited, you guys. Okay. So message me if you have any questions about that. I'll post the link in the comments. Love you all so much. And remember, you came for the joy of living. Okay, bye.